The long-anticipated meeting between U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, scheduled for October 23rd, has been postponed indefinitely. The abrupt halt comes as officials admit the two sides remain worlds apart on Ukraine. According to U.S. sources, Russia's position has not evolved enough to justify moving forward, turning what was meant to be a step toward peace into another diplomatic deadlock. The face-to-face session was supposed to lay the groundwork for the Trump-Putin summit in Budapest, a high-stakes meeting personally championed by President Trump after his 2-hour call with Vladimir Putin on October 16th. But with the preparatory meeting now shelved, the entire summit plan has been thrown into question, leaving even the White House unsure when or if the two leaders will actually meet. Rubio and Lavrov did hold a brief phone conversation on Monday, but it produced little movement. Moscow called the exchange constructive, yet US officials painted a far gloomier picture, saying the dialogue failed to bridge any gaps. Sources now suggest Rubio is unlikely to recommend the Budapest summit proceed next week, a move that could delay Trump's peace drive indefinitely. Trump had earlier said he was frustrated by Russia's prolonged military campaign in Ukraine, despite maintaining what he called a good relationship with Vladimir Putin.
And look, I'm very disappointed because Vladimir and I had a very good relationship, probably still do. I don't know why he continues with this war. This war has been so bad for him. He's going into 4 years of a war that he should have won that war in 1 week. He's now going to soon be into his 4th year.
But Moscow is pushing back against reports that the talks have collapsed. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov dismissed claims of a breakdown, calling them dishonest. He said his phone conversation with Marco Rubio reaffirmed both sides' commitment to the understandings reached between Trump and Putin in Alaska.
I was surprised to read today that, according to CNN, the Putin-Trump meeting might be postponed. The dishonesty of many Western media outlets is well known, and CNN is no exception. I want to officially confirm that Russia has not changed its positions compared to the understandings reached during the lengthy negotiations between Putin and Trump in Alaska. We remain fully committed to this formula.
Lavrov went further, accusing Western leaders of pushing for what he called a fake ceasefire that ignores the root causes of the conflict. He said Russia continues to stand by the Trump-Putin framework of ensuring Ukraine's neutrality and protecting Russian speakers.
Those who are now trying to convince our American colleagues to change their position simply want to stop the war without addressing its causes. That would mean leaving a Nazi-like regime in control of part of Ukraine, a place where the Russian language is banned and the majority population is oppressed. We remain committed to what Presidents Putin and Trump agreed upon in Anchorage, a long-term, sustainable peace, not a ceasefire that leads nowhere.
The indefinite postponement has cast serious doubt on whether Budapest will still host the long-promised second Trump-Putin summit. Analysts say the breakdown underscores just how fragile the diplomatic process remains, and how quickly optimism can give way to stalemate. For now, both Moscow and Washington are publicly keeping the door open, but the question looms large. Will Trump and Putin still meet in Budapest, or has the summit of the year quietly slipped into uncertainty?